Hello everyone, my name is Rashi Aditi Ghosh and I'm the assistant editor of a magazine called the Banking and Finance Post. It is India's one of the leading bi-monthly magazine on the BFSI sector, and it is run by a media group called Elets Technomedia. Elets Technomedia is India's largest B2B multimedia brand, which is into the business for more than 18 years. And today we are here for a very innovative, interactive, and insightful chat, which this is going to be with someone who is into the business for long and who will bring insights to the conversation. And this would be a technology and digital-oriented conversation. And welcome you all to the brand new episode of Elets Innovation Talk. This is our initiative to forward the conversation with the leaders from across the industry to understand their strategies, their leadership strategies in particular, which is helping the industry to move and scale up and ensure resilience, especially during the uncertain times of pandemic 19, and which is helping others in acquiring inspiration and taking motivation and leading their journey ahead. So today, for this episode of Elets Innovation Talk, we have with us Mr. Ramkumar Venkatesan. He is the SVP-Engineering Cash-Free Payments, and he's into API solutions, and he's responsible for scaling engineering team to enable rapid innovation and enhance customer delight. He has more than 20 decades of experience in the industry. So this suggests that this conversation is going to be very technology oriented, and his experience is going to help us gain more insights on what is happening in and around the sector. So welcome, Mr. Ram. Welcome to Let's Innovation Talk. Hope you're doing well.
Sure. Thank you, Rashi. Very, very happy to be part of this discussion, and Happy New Year to you and the team.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ram, and Happy New Year to all our viewers today who have joined us for this conversation. And from here, let's begin the conversation for today. So, as the name suggests, cash-free payments would be the starting of our discussion today, as you're associated with this brand. So, would you help us know about this brand and the journey? So, please tell us about cash-free payments, current and planned offerings, and please tell us about this organization and help us understand that how are you innovating ahead.
Sure. Yeah. Cashfree Payments was founded in 2015 with the goal of enabling businesses to do bulk payments and disbursals. And we've launched 6 of first of its kind innovations during this period, amongst 16 totally new product launches. These 6 first of its kind innovations are payouts, instant refunds, cashgram, pre-authorization during the payment process, subscription-based process payments, and instant settlements. Right? I'll cover these a little bit more in detail later. Today, Cashfree works with 100,000 plus merchants, 50 plus leading banks, and we provide 120 plus payment options to our end customers. So as you can see, right, we have a very, very strong payment score, and that's why customers sort of choose to work with us for our strength in both the payment and banking services. So to give you a little bit more insight into the different products, right, the first product suite is called the Payment Gateway, and this allows the websites and apps to easily and quickly and securely collect payments. And innovation here is the instant settlements within 15 minutes. So typically the payment cycle takes T+1 or T+2 by the time the customer pays the merchant, and for the money to get settled into the merchant's account, it takes 2 days. We've narrowed that down and give the options for our merchants to do instant settlements within 15 minutes. And this is going to be changing the game for SMEs who need cash flow and need cash to be there instantly in their accounts to further their business. And card pre-authorization is another innovation which has enabled our merchants to cut down on the refund costs. Right? So some businesses are prone to cancellations. For example, someone booking a bus ticket, and today we are in a very, very uncertain world where when am I going to travel today or tomorrow, and there might be cancellations here. And we save money for merchants. Just using this pre-auth feature, they can do instant refunds and not incur any transaction costs. Coming to the next big product line is the payouts, or the sending money to your resellers, suppliers, etc. One use case is instant refunds, right? So any of your the delivery products that you use, sometimes you may choose to return it, and that refund process needs to be seamless, and so that the customers are not waiting for the refunds. So people use a payouts product for that. Leading insurance companies use their claim reimbursements to be disbursed through this product. And loan is given by the financial institutions, again through payouts. So these are two of our major product lines. In addition, we support payment forms and payment links. So this allows our merchants to create custom white label pages on their websites and apps. And the same thing can be used even on social media platforms to expand their e-commerce. The next one is auto collect. This allows our merchants to do reconciliation of different payment transactions into the respective accounts of their customers. So a use case here is school payments. So a parent is making a payment for a child, and that has to integrate into their backend systems and reconcile that payment to that particular child's class fees. The next one is easy split, right? I think you and me, all of us might have once upon a time seen an issue where maybe one of these cab hailing applications, the driver might say that I may not get my money in very, very quickly. Can you please maybe cancel this trip and then you pay me cash, right? So we are solving that problem, right? We don't want this particular friction to be there between the customer and that particular cab driver. With Easy Split, our merchants are able to instantly split the payment that is being made into this aggregator to all the relevant parties in real time, right? So this is changing the face of the marketplace-based applications. Then we have also a suite of verification apps, right? So verification can be a bank verification, Aadhaar validation, PAN validation, etc. And last but not the least, newest entrant is a banking as a service product. With this, we plan to offer all kinds of things that you can go do with a traditional bank through a simple API, through a simple SDK. And this can further power new banking apps and new banking startups. So with this sort of very strong lineup of product launches, we also have a very ambitious goals for 2022, right? So we are working on a soft point of sale device. Right. So today, all the merchants have mobile phones, and it's a given. So if we can have a point of sale app on that particular merchant's phone, wherever he or she is, in the remotest corner or wherever they are, they can use that itself as a point of sale device. Traveling businessmen can use this instantly to get payments. So we believe that this is going to be a game changer because software allows us to innovate rapidly and push out our newer features onto these apps to the merchants. The second one is going to be integrating with Bharat Bill Pay systems, which again, we believe very soon, there's going to be a next UPI in India where it's going to transform bill payments. Further offerings in the banking as a service that I said, today we allow bank account opening through the bank as a service product. There will be further innovation doing other kinds of banking activities on this. Then cross-border payments, right? Today we integrate with PayPal, and we also have international payouts where international merchants can settle their resellers or suppliers in India in INR. But with cross-border payments, we plan to take this for both payments and payouts, so bringing Indian customers to the international market and vice versa. And mandate management and tokenization is another couple of disruptive things that are happening in our industry. We plan to offer those also as APIs to our merchants. And last but not the least, I think all of you would have seen that UPI payments is going to come to feature phones, and we can even have voice-based activation and all this. So we're looking forward to having the sort of best of experience products in UPI for feature phones and voice-based actions.
Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful work you're doing. It's actually wonderful to know that how you're connecting people from the remotest corners of India to connecting people on the international borders and everywhere across. So globally, digitization is driving everyone, and thank you for leveraging the best of technology and connecting everyone. So yes, of course, UPI is a game changer, and we all are waiting for it to debut in the feature phone. So there's no looking back. India is, it's shining and it will shine on more. So moving ahead, we were talking about technology. We began with technology. So if we look at the research reports in the recent past, everybody is suggesting that COVID-19 has somehow accelerated the adoption of digital technologies. It's not that technology, deployment was not there in the BFSI sector, but it has accelerated it by, some say, by 5 years. And so I would like to know from your end, since yours is a technology-driven company and it connects people. So, what are your views on the role of new age technologies in terms of scaling up your business? Because that's how you began connecting people.
Sure, yeah. The network's role in new age technology is really in full bloom now, right? Long time back, Sun Microsystems, which is a company that invented Java technology and other things, they had a saying that network is the computer. This was 30, 40 years back. And we are actually seeing that today playing out really beautifully and transforming lives in India. So the mobile revolution in India has the power of technology in the hands of hundreds of millions of Indians. Right? It is changing the face of 21st century India. When I go back to what it was when I was growing up, we were actually in a waiting queue for years to get a landline to our house. And that was one landline for a neighborhood, right? So once we got the phone, it was actually a big event, and all our neighbors started getting our numbers, and they'll get calls on our phone, and right, it's a totally different world. Fast forward 20, 30 years now, everyone has at least one phone, and many folks have multiple devices, right? So I think this network is the computer is really become true, and that is the first sort of the foundation of everything else happening. And it really warms my heart to see people from all walks of life using this phone to connect with relatives, to connect with people, to buy, to sell, basically to live, right? So technology is transforming lives, technology is transforming businesses. So no longer, I think technology is going to be a choice, but it's going to be core strategy for transforming businesses. Tech transformation sort of can enable collaboration within and between organizations, right? So big data, analytics, AI, ML provide more personalized ways of customer engagement through accurate insights derived from data. Tech is revolutionizing the entire supply chain and the demand chain of a company. And it's allowing us to remove the friction points in each of these interactions, making for a truly agile company. Digital transformation is not just between partners and suppliers and things, but within a company itself. Even traditional roles like finance and HR are benefiting by rapid innovation in these places where they can automate their manual workflows so that they can focus on higher order business problems. So I believe, I think truly digital transformation is a valuable opportunity for core business to accelerate everything within and between organizations to really transform the entire business ecosystem.
Yes, exactly. That's what even most of our experts believe, and you have opined in the same way that technology is going to be bring a lot of changes and drive businesses ahead. So, taking the core discussion ahead, as you were speaking about technology, how do you think this pandemic that has changed the operations across the world in various ways has changed the digital payments landscape in India and around the world since you are a digital payments company. So what is your point of view in this regard?
Sure. Yeah. I think first of all, wanted to thank the entire medical research and all the frontline workers, including you folks from the media, that through all the tireless work, we've got through 2 waves, and I think I'm very confident that we'll get through this third one as well. The other aspect of all this COVID and everything, all the changes that have happened, is it's completely changed the Indian payment landscape. Right? It's grown through exponentially in the past couple of years. E-payments has become the new normal because of safety concerns and social distancing. According to a McKinsey report, right, 10 years of e-commerce growth was achieved in less than 90 days in the US. Right? I think the impact that it has had in India is even greater. And the last 2 years have been remarkable for us and in the Indian digital payment industry. We today process 25 billion plus online transactions, right? In India is a leading country, and China is at 15 billion, UK at 2 billion, and US at 1 billion, right? This is a great achievement, right? 25x of what the US processed in online transactions. UPI has been a great revelation. It ended the year 2021 with record high transactions, both volume and in terms of value terms. 4 billion plus transactions last year and 8 trillion rupees passing through the UPI system. Fintech and new banking has reached every nook and corner of India in terms of payments, loans, loan payments, and banking as a service. And all this would not have been possible without the government initiatives like the Jandan and Aadhaar and UPI, and it's helped greatly boost the digital payments across the country. With over 1 billion telecom subscriptions and the world's second largest internet population, I think India is poised to be the largest, fastest growing digital payments maker in the world. It's projected that digital payments is going to be 72% of all transactions in India by 2025, right? That's just 3 years down the line. And it's going to be 72%. And none of us would have believed this if someone told this to us 5 years back or 10 years back, definitely. Right? I think the future is digital, and with payment solutions becoming faster, smoother, more secure, India's payment system, I think, is going to lead the world. And we also have the opportunity to take this to the world, right? The UPI and all the payment innovations happening on top of UPI, I think is a great thing for us to export into other countries and enable them to have the same exact revolution that is happening in India.
Yes, talking about revolutionization and talking about digital as the future, let's move ahead to a piece of technology that I personally believe, because I'm into this space for long, that is due, it deserves a lot, but there's still a lot of confusion around it, and people want to adopt it. They know it's beneficial, but due to, you can say the regulatory blockages or maybe the cost factor, it's actually stopping, people to understand its complete benefits. So yes, we are talking about cloud. So my next question would be how cloud-based digitization is revolutionizing the customer experience. What your point of view? What would you like to add here?
Yeah. So Cashfree is a cloud-first company. We are a new age startup, and everything is on the cloud. And today, right, talking about customer experience, customers and businesses have a plethora of choices thanks to technology. Right, customers can no longer be taken for granted, and customer experience is what makes brand endearing, and for a company to build a sustainable business over time. The building blocks of cloud-based digitization are the infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, all these services provided by the cloud vendors. And these are elastic, they're on demand, they're secure, they're performant, and they are operational expense, not CapEx. and they're cost efficient, right? So I think the building blocks of infrastructure as a service and platform as a service is powering the cloud-based digitalization. Next comes the cloud-based and cloud-first software as a service, right? And here all the API vendors are making waves in this, right? And Cashfree also being an API first company, we are a low code, no code payment platform, but similar other building blocks are now today available for applications to be built on top of this, right? So these APIs, if you can think of it, they are like the Lego blocks for kids, very inquisitive kids to build new things, right? So these APIs and SDKs are the Lego blocks for engineers and leaders to build new businesses and great customer experience. Allows for rapid experimentation. We can figure out what works, what doesn't work, what delights the customer, what more can we do with the customer, get feedback, and then again go back and further improve the product to delight the customer. The other one that is helping the customer experience is big data ingestion, storage, processing. And today we can process petabytes of information in seconds, right, in real time. And this allows companies to identify their user interests, what is the context they are currently, and this allows us to deliver a hyper-personalized experience to the users. Right? So let's take one example in the fintech domain of what I mean by customer experience. Right? So traditionally, the weaker sections of the country and SMEs pay high interest rates. It seems counterintuitive, right? So ideally, they should be paying lower interest rates. But why this was happening is because there was a lack of trust on the repayment potential, on the credit history, etc. Lack of data, basically. So now that is being changed. Now, if we can change this data problem, then we can allow the trust to be built. And then all these customers are going to get the access to capital at the right rate that they should be getting, right? So this is one example of customer experience improvements and how fintech and innovations in tech is sort of empowering millions of lives in India. And the RBI's account aggregator platform that's going to be rolled out, again, is a great initiative in this space, and it's only going to further accelerate the customer experience journey.
Okay, so we spoke about cloud now. There's a team that actually works day in, day out to bring changes, and we are here to understand that what, being a digital company, what are your company plans for the engineering team in the coming year? Since, you spoke about that technology is the future and it's going to drive businesses across the world. So what would you like to add here, sir?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, Cashfree is growing in terms of our customer base, our business, and our teams. We've discussed our ambitious roadmap for the year, and all this is not going to be possible without our product and engineering, actually the entire Cashfree team. So we are growing rapidly, and we have aggressive plans to sort of double our team size and to cater to our roadmap. And we are continuously improving on how we build our products also, right? We talked about the roadmap, which is what are the products or the right products to build, but how we build it, right? Focus on security, quality, resiliency, user experience, all this baked into the product from the onset. We believe that we want to build a company that is sustainable and becomes the leading payments platform in India and abroad. And we believe that all these non-functional features or non-functional requirements built into the product will help us build a great product and a great company. So we believe that I think building all these non-functional requirements into the product will help us build a long-lasting product suite and long-lasting brand. And we also want to make this engineered in India brand world-class so that we can command a premium in the world market. While doing all of this, right, we want to maintain our unique culture, which is having smart, ambitious, and yet humble people. This is what will allow the organization to grow sustainably and make us successful in the long term. And Cashfree is looking forward to powering the digital economy with our innovative and leading payments platform and transforming lives in India and elsewhere.
It's great to hear that you are supporting the talent of the country and helping them get employment, because we understand that India is full of talent, full of skill. They're just waiting for someone to show them the path, right path. So congratulations on the right decision taken in this regard. So moving ahead, we have stepped into the new year, and 2022 is likely to be another year with more powered decisions on technology. So what are the top technology trends do you think you're going to notice in the year 2022, and how would you like to define the year from a technology point of view? What would you like to say?
Yeah, sure. I think you also, Rashi also touched upon that while e-commerce and e-payments and everything, we are going cloud and we are going the electronic way, there are still concerns from people about security and trust, etc. Right? So I think security compliance improvements across the board, along with legislation and things like tokenization that has come out of the RBI, is going to further strengthen and build trust into this digitized world. I think that's sort of the need of the hour to further accelerate the adoption of technology. Open banking powered by frameworks such as the account aggregators going to be launched by government of India is going to lead to a lot of disruptive innovation in this space and put the customer right at the center of all of this innovation. The other initiative out of the government is, which has happened recently, is forming a fintech department. I think this is the first of its kind in the world, and they have very interesting challenges in front of them on how do we adopt and how should we go about looking at crypto, etc. Right? So we are looking eagerly towards what comes out of the this fintech department that's formed. And the next one is the Open Network for Digital Commerce, another government initiative that plans to democratize e-commerce and make the level playing field, so that there's much more innovation happening, many more companies providing innovative e-commerce products, and that is going to be powered by innovation in payment as well, right? So I think we're looking forward to all these things in the fintech space. And coming to all other technology trends, I think with countries coming out of COVID and growing much more rapidly, clean energy and sustainable solutions are the need of the hour, because we're going to be putting even more pressure on the natural resources. So looking forward to seeing how technology can play a part in making the world a better place. And remote work and remote services, I think, is changed completely during COVID, and it's going to sort of continue, right? Education, medical services, many of these things have the ability to be provided remotely. And this, incidentally, in a country like India, as diverse and as big as India, can take education and medical services to every nook and corner of India, right? So maybe the experts are not there in the smaller towns and the villages, etc. But now with the network and with the technology, right, I think students anywhere can learn from great teachers across the board. And even in the medical thing, right, they can be consulted, and we are even looking at innovation at remote robots doing operations, etc. So I think this remote work, remote services is going to see a lot of disruptive innovation, which is going to help us. Yeah, I think that's.
So, such is the beauty of such virtual conversations. We are far away, but the conversation has touched everything from sustainable energy, green energy, open banking, cryptocurrency, fintech announcements, digital payments, employment, supporting the youth, supporting the economy. So yes, that's the beauty of these kind of conversations, and thankfully we are blessed to have the support from the industry who keep standing next to us, and we are successfully holding such conversations and bringing insightful discussions for our viewers. Uh, Thank you so much, Mr. Ramkumar Venkatesan, for your valuable time today. And thank you for talking to us and explaining about the company, your vision, technology that are going to drive the industry in future, and budget is round the corner, so we are hoping that some major, significant announcements would be here for the industry and could bring news, supportive news for all of us to go ahead. Good wishes for 2022. All the best for all your plans and visions. Hopefully, you successfully get through and come out of flying colors. And thank you for your time. To the viewers who have joined us today, thank you for joining us today for Elets Innovation Talk. And I believe that you have liked the episode. And like I always say, that next time I'm going to get somebody as bright as Mr. Ram to talk with us and help us share his part of story and inspire us. So thank you for watching us today. Thank you, Namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Ram, and thank you everybody today.